Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bit Boy Show. Today we're doing Demon Slayer. It's a
Kimetsu
new,
no Yaiba.
yeah, that's the
Yaiba?
Japanese name.
Yaiba.
Your boy. Kimetsu no
Ya
Yaiba.
boy?
And
That's it.
your boy.
Yai boy. Your boy.
Kimetsu ya boy.
Kimetsu no boy.
It dropped
Yes.
last season, and it just recently finished airing. We kind of missed the little hype train, but it's all good.
Eh. We missed all of the hype trains, okay? We talked
Basically.
about Naruto, and our first episode was about... I don't remember. Naruto? Was that the second one? Whatever. Darling was one of them. Naruto was one of them. These things are long past.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah.
We're not.
True
We're
story.
not up.
First
We're
one we
not,
did was My Hero, then Naruto.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
what it was.
so on.
We are not on game with these.
No.
With these things. Nobody's searching for these videos. No one's searching. I wonder what these guys think about Demon Slayer.
Hey, eventually they will.
No, one day. But I mean,
Demon
yeah,
Slayer.
Demon
Great
Slayer. I
show.
wonder what people. Yeah, it's a great show. This is a great show. So I made Cajun fries today. It's pretty good.
Cajun fries?
Yeah. So because I went down to the market, there's a little village store just down the street from me. I went in, picked up some Cajun seasoning, popped some fries out, dumped it all over. It's really easy to make Cajun fries. You just get fries and then Cajun seasoning. You put the Cajun seasoning on the fries.
Not too much
And-
work.
It's literally like 2 seconds. Too much work to go like
You know,
this.
I haven't cooked at all recently, actually.
I make
I-
bread.
I made a waffles with my double-sided waffle iron.
Ah, you made real waffles.
Those
Aren't
were
all
good.
waffle irons double-sided?
No,
Or you
no,
can
no.
do it-
Like
you can
like
make
when
4
you
waffles?
when you flip it, like it's one of those Belgian ones. When you flip it on the other side, there's another one, so you can like it opens from
Oh,
both ends.
you can make 2 waffles at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yes,
Boom. Flip.
it's pretty
Boom.
intense.
So what's the point of flipping those waffle things in the first place?
I think it says to cook it more thoroughly. I don't know.
Does it like get the batter on the other side of the
Well,
iron?
yeah, because like you got the pockets and like the thing's
Well, I
not going to
believe-
expand up. You got to let
Yeah.
gravity help it out.
I
Ah,
believe
that's
the purpose.
true.
Yeah. So it goes on, and in the bottom of it, when you already place it on the hot metal, it's already cooking, and so at the bottom is already started, so it's stuck. So when you clamp it and you flip it, whatever, now it's on the top and it's going down to the bottom, and then it just meshes into one big
That makes
waffle.
sense. That makes sense.
Because it won't expand.
You know, I've actually
Science.
never. I've always wondered. I was like, why do we flip this thing? But I never actually thought about it more than. Why do I flip this? Yeah, I'm like, why do we flip this thing? My waffle's done, and I'm eating a waffle, and I don't care about it anymore because I have a waffle now. So it doesn't matter how the waffle's made.
Exactly.
And I think they taste different at like hotels. You ever go to like some place and they got the free continental breakfast,
Love the continental breakfast.
and
Sausage,
they got
hash.
the waffles there, but I don't know, they just don't taste as good as either going home and making them yourself or like going to a restaurant. It's like hotel waffles or they're subpar.
Heck, even IHOP has better waffles.
Well, IHOP's
food
making the
there's
waffles
good.
for you. Any food that's made for you is usually better. Well, it depends on. So, this is if you're going to a hotel. First of all, you're already uncomfortable because you're at a hotel, right? Hotels can be comfortable places, but they're never as comfortable as your home. I don't think you would ever choose to stay in a hotel over your house. So,
Right.
your house is where you're like, man, make this place my own, a comfortable place. And so when you go to a hotel, and you're paying for the continental breakfast or it's complimentary, whatever. You get in there and you're like, man, I'm gonna eat me some waffles, and you gotta make the waffles yourself, and then you just it's game over at that point because your waffles are you have to
Yeah.
make them, and you're already tired, and
You have to
wake up
figure
at
out
like
how to use the
7
machine
a.m.
or like
Yeah,
grab the cup, grab some batter. Where's the batter?
where's the bed? You gotta wait 5 minutes for your toast to go in that little thing, you know.
Gosh.
Remember that
That
thing?
sounds
Did you go, Eric? Did you go to Geronimo with us? What about you? Did you go?
And then I don't think so.
I'm pointing at
remember
you guys
Geronimo.
as if you're in front of me.
I
I
remember.
think it's correct.
Toronto.
Yeah, we went to scout camp. Anyway,
Boom.
there was one thing. They had one of those conveyor belt toast things, and we were obsessed with it. You remember that, Eric?
I
We
remember.
would make
That
we go to
was-
breakfast. We'd make so much toast.
just
Wait,
because
you
it's
guys
just
would
like
just hold up the line and
yes!
just make toast?
It was pretty. Yeah, we would just
Because it
walk,
was just
we'd
a
walk
line,
in,
and we'd be
we'd
like,
each- like
"They're
carrying a loaf
toast."
of bread, and we'd just be like, get my toast, and then it dropped like 5 pieces, and we were just so fascinated that you put in an uncooked piece of bread, and it comes out as toast on the bottom.
It was
And
just-
I realize that sounds really stupid.
Okay.
'cause the
So
toaster
the
doesn't
thing about toast is, bread is already baked. It's already cooked. And
It
then
is.
some guy comes around. He's like, "Let's cook it again." And so, and now we have toast.
So
Yeah, it's so good. Already baked
So-
bread is now
wait.
baked more.
is bread raw?
No,
Bread
no,
is
no.
raw toast.
No. Dough is raw bread.
If bread is raw
cooked
toast.
bread. Bread is
Bread
cooked
is raw.
dough, and then toast is cooked. No, twice
Bread.
cooked.
Twice cooked dough.
Twice cooked
Is it-
dough or
is it-
extra cooked bread. It's just
So
boom.
if is burnt bread just toast?
No. There's a difference. If you burn bread when you're baking
But
it, it's
it's-
just ruined. You can't make toast by baking bread. Toast
Is it
Can you
has
because
to be
imagine-
individual
is the
slices.
reason
Imagine
is
making,
the reasoning
toast.
because
from scratch.
I was gonna say is the reasoning because it's not toast that the inside is not burnt?
What do you mean making toast
Or-
from scratch? You mean just baking bread and then cutting a piece of bread and putting it in the toaster?
Yes.
I do that. That's how I
you-
make my toast.
Okay, when you wake up in the morning, you tell me you wake up, make some dough, bake it, and then you put that thing in the toaster.
No, what I'm saying is on the weekend I sometimes make loaves of bread. I've got 3 fresh loaves of bread. 2 of them in the freezer, one's out, and then I slice them up. And then we put that in the toaster.
But what
'Cause
about
if you
making
do it with bread-
individual pieces of slices of toast?
Yeah, that's called baking bread, slicing it up, and then making an individual piece of toast with those individual slices of bread. Eric, you can't make one slice of bread. Are you saying that?
What if you had a little dish
You wanna-
that's the shape
Yeah,
of a-
exactly. If you
piece of
have a
bread.
little pan that's specifically to
It's gonna be
shape
all crust.
a slice
it's gonna
of
be
bread.
all crust. But you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
slice
good.
it.
You want a double butt bread? My bread is all butt. Got the heel.
You like the heel,
Everyone
you like
hate-
the peel, you like the ends. Boom.
Man, I wish I could have just all crust on my bread.
and then
So-
toast it.
So this is how a loaf of bread works: is you cut the butt off, and then you either eat it or throw it away. It depends on if you like the butt or not. And then you
No one
slice,
likes the butt.
And then you slice. Sometimes I like the butt. Sometimes. And then you slice it one time, and you've got a full piece of bread that's clear on both sides. If you cook one individual slice, you have to slice it twice to get the butt off on both ends.
Yes.
So you gotta
Why
make
would
it a
you
big
do that?
slice. Big slice.
Because now you just have one piece of toast.
You know how long it takes to make bread? It takes the same amount of time to make 4 loaves as it does to make one. So why are you making one slice?
I don't know. Why are you eating just toast for breakfast?
Oh, you put eggs on it. Eggs,
Oh.
toast, bacon.
Oh, now we're talking about eggs. Okay. No, we're here to talk about Demon Slayer. Let's get back to that, okay? Okay,
They eat
so
food in Demon Slayer.
so it just finished at Tanjiro and friends. They spoilers. They defeat some demons. They get hurt, so now they're recovering. You know what? Healing up, drinking some potions, training a little bit, and then they get a mission. And then, for some reason, they get to stay as Demon Slayers, and Nezuko gets to live and all that stuff.
We didn't do a summary, did we?
No.
So you
Okay.
take that.
Toast.
That's the end of the summary. In the
That's the
beginning,
end.
there's some demons. People
Flashback.
die.
Right.
All right, I don't have a summary. Who's got one?
I got one. So, this is the premise of Demon Slayer is people killing demons because demons are bad. So this kid is like this really nice guy in the village, and he's what is he, 14, 15, something like that. All anime is about teenagers. This one's no different. This teenage kid, he's kind of like the breadwinner for their family because their father's gone. And so he goes off to the village to.
Why is the dad always gone?
The dad is always gone. He's
Man,
dead.
we talked about this last time.
Like he actually, but he has a father, and the father is actually in the show a bit, and it shows him being a good dad.
He's relevant.
But he just died, so that's a little.
He becomes relevant later, but
he does become relevant, and I think he'll be more relevant in later seasons. But anyway, so Tanjiro goes off to the village to get food or to sell some things to make money or whatever. And then he comes back, but while he's coming back, there's a snowstorm, and he can't make it all the way up the mountain where his family lives, so he stays with a man that he knows. He's like, Tanjiro, you got to stay with us for the night before you die in the winter. And he's like, fine, I guess. And Tanjiro stays. And then he comes up in the morning, and his family has been slaughtered. It's a gruesome... Like, up until this point, this is the first episode, and up until this point, you're kind of like, man, this is a happy-go-lucky show. Tanjiro is a cool guy. Like, he's just having a good time.
I see no demons.
Yeah, and you're just like, man, this is fun. And then he just walks into this gruesome massacre. Like, his family's blood and guts are just strewn it's very bloody and gory.
Very morbid.
Show is.
Very morbid.
Yeah.
He's got 4 siblings.
Yeah, and all of them and his mom are all
All
dead.
of them young. All of them younger.
Yes, and
Some
one
of them are
probably
just
like
kids.
3. Yeah, and it is a terrifying scene, and so you're just not expecting if you haven't watched the show or anything, it's just so it just slams you in the face, and you're like, man, this is heavy.
Oh yeah, you told me about that, and you're like, what the heck? And I'm like, oh, you didn't read the synopsis? He's like,
No, I did not. I didn't read the synopsis at all. So when I came into the show, I was coming in completely blind. All I knew was that it was called Demon Slayer, and I was like, all right, I'm getting into this bad boy. And I did it, and I was like...
See, I already read the thing, and so I knew that was going to happen, because it says it in the little synopsis.
It does. But I didn't read it. I don't really read synopses. I like to go into shows completely blind.
I didn't know that was going to happen either. I was in shock.
Yeah, so anyway, he realizes that his sister, one of them has survived, or he thinks they survived, so she's still breathing. So she takes him on his back, or he takes her on his back, and then he runs away to try to find help. And then it turns out that she's been turned into a demon, and she tries to kill him, but he stops her, and this other guy tries to stop her, so on and so forth. Turns out that she's a good demon, somehow. She doesn't actually kill Tanjiro, and she tries to protect him. And at that point, Tanjiro, this is the inciting incident, this is where Tanjiro's like, I gotta find out who killed my family. And his purpose in the show then becomes, I'm gonna become a demon slayer so that I can save my sister. He wants to find, his purpose is to find a way to bring his sister back to humanity. He wants to turn her back into a human from a demon. So that's what he does, and he trains to become a demon slayer from this guy named Urokodaki.
There's a 2-year skip.
Yeah, there's a 2-year time skip where he's training the whole time, which is really cool.
Boom.
It was
it's
great.
It's not shown in unless there's a time skip.
Oh yeah, like it didn't spend an entire series on just random training things of Tanjiro running up and down a mountain, because that's pretty much what he did.
Running
But the
across
2-year
the
time
dragon
skip,
bridge.
yeah. And then so I think it happens around like episode 4 or 5, and then he goes to like a demon slayer testing unit and he becomes a demon slayer. He passes the test, and so on. And so it's just about pretty much, and then after that he goes on these separate missions where he meets different people as he's slaying different demons. And so that's the premise of the show is Tanjiro accepting missions from the Demon Slayer Corps, and then he goes to these missions and he has a demon to slay, and he slays a demon and he meets people along the way, and then each demon he slays brings him closer and closer to his goal of bringing his sister back, or changing his sister back into a human.
And also slaying the one that killed his family as well.
Well, because that's part of...
Pretty relevant.
Yeah. I'd say his motivation is less revenge and more bringing his sister back. That's his core motivation, where also on top of it is, I've got to kill Kimetsuji, who's the main demon.
Because none of this will stop until he's dead.
Yeah, exactly. So he's not really driven by revenge, though. Tanjiro's not that kind of guy. He doesn't want revenge. He wants to prevent bad things from happening and to save people.
Yeah,
so
he's actually pretty compassionate. Like he feels like, what's the word? I guess compassion for the demons he's killing. He doesn't do it out of hatred, or I guess
he's very empathetic.
He's very empathetic. Yeah. he kills demons, but he also explains it in like episode, I think it's 20 or
Hmm.
21, that he explains that he kills demons. He won't even give a second thought about killing a demon if necessary, but he won't trample on them because they were once human.
Hmm.
So he sees demons in that point of view. Like they didn't. Not everyone chose to just be a demon, you know. So some of them die with remorse and regret, and there you start crying right before death, you know, because they never asked for all this, and they turn into a demon because of something else, you know.
Pretty much all of them. All of the
There's
ones
like
that
there's like two or three that I think in the series that we've seen that
have,
willingly wanted to
yeah,
be demons, you know.
yeah, yeah. But it's it's a really good show. Pretty good. I was hooked when I started watching it. It was hard to put it down. I think I stopped watching it around episode 13 simply because it was a weekly show, and at that point, and I just caught up in life
Hmm.
with weekly stuff. But as soon as I got back into it when the show had finished, I was like 13, 14, 15. I just rattled them off
Pounded.
because it's so good. Yeah.
I only watched the first two episodes when they start coming out, and then I kind of stopped watching because normally I do that with anime in general. I watch
Yeah.
the first two episodes and then I let it go, and I'll come back to it when I feel like it. And so when I knew we were gonna start eventually talk about Demon Slayer, I was like, all right, time to start watching it. And I thought I was gonna watch it all within a week. No, I watched it all within like 2 days.
Oh yeah. Yeah, me too.
I binged the heck out of it. I was
It's
like,
so
okay,
good. It's
this
very
is good.
bingeable. I'm so glad. I am glad that I waited because I could not. Couldn't imagine waiting week to week for some of these episodes.
Yeah, it's tough.
So I guess why is this show like so good? Like looking from like the anime community perspective, like everyone like loves this show, and and it's like yeah, it's unique, but it's like what about it makes it like so good compared to like all the other stuff that's out there, you know?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. There's a lot of things that go into anime, and it's your story, your characters, and your animation. If you have two of those things that are really good, usually you can look past one of them. And this has all three that are really good. So it has great story, it has really good characters, and the animation is beautiful. These are the same guys that do Fate, and Fate has really good animations too. Like they do Fate Stay Night, Ufotable. We said that right.
Yeah.
They do Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero, which are both really great shows. I love those
Both
too.
absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah,
animes.
animation is amazing on
Like those,
in the show.
what, Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night, they're like how old? They're like almost 6 years old, like anime wise, and they
Yeah.
still look gorgeous. Like
Oh yeah,
tells you a lot of how good
there's
they
a
are.
lot of shows that I think when you watch a lot of anime, a lot of shows don't stand out in their animation. They're just like, yeah, that's an anime. That's what it's like. This one stands out to me as a cut above just the average animation styles because every time I watch it, I'm like, oh, this is visually pleasing as opposed to just this is a way to tell a story. It's like they're telling part of the story by using the animation as
Even
opposed
just
to
the backgrounds, not even like
oh yeah,
the focus, like not the characters, but the backgrounds. Most of the time have more details than the characters.
Oh,
It's like
yeah,
some
they even have
characters
so
have
much
like dots
detail.
for eyes, but like
Yeah.
the backgrounds, you can see like the freaking bark on the trees.
They even have like 3D moments, like when they're like you can see Tanjiro 3D model, and like
they do that
they
really
make it
well.
look they make it look pretty
Good.
good.
Which is
Like 'cause
surprising
you see
because
some where you're just like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, why would you do that real like in that scene? But like they make it look pretty well well
Overlord.
placed.
I don't know if you've seen Overlord and their CGI. It's so bad.
Yeah. Oof.
It's terrible.
I haven't really seen that show. No.
Oh,
I'll
it's
have
the CGI in Overlord is absolutely terrible. It's the epitome of they made one model and copy and pasted it 700 times. It's so bad. Yeah.
Ooh.
So
But yeah, I also think that Demon Slayer has a very similar recipe to what My Hero has, where it's like quick storytelling, but it's really well explained. Like they have one episode to explain all this, but they condense it so well but everything still makes sense, you know. So you don't have to spend 4 flashbacks and,
Yeah.
5 episodes on a fight that can be easily settled in one.
Well, that's kind of
Yeah.
where storytelling in anime is going. It's like, we don't, we're
In
we're
general.
not. People's like attention span is so short that like we're not going to be dedicating years to watch a story. We're gonna do like 12 weeks, 24 weeks.
I think a lot of animes now are more seasonal than they are like just focused on lifetime.
Even 26 weeks is a long time to have to continuously tune into one show. I'm that kind of guy. I would
Right.
prefer to binge things. That's
Well,
just
the thing is, like, this show, it's been 26 episodes and it's not done. We're just getting started, And so I don't know how long it's going to be running for.
It's a shonen, but I don't
But-
think it'll last too long. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't read any of the manga, but
probably will.
I do know some of the. I probably will as well. I saw some forums or whatever talking about how the manga is reaching near its end, but I don't know how far ahead it is from the anime. So I don't know how long, if that's really far or if it's not, because I know My Hero is actually a lot farther than what it is in the anime, and most shonens are, but I would assume Demon Slayer is still pretty good distance from where it is now in the anime. So.
I don't want it to last very long. I think this is one that's would benefit from being maybe 3 or 4 seasons. Not too long, because there's.
Well, the next arc is a movie, so it won't be an
Yeah.
actual like seasonal show, but it comes out next year sometime.
It'll probably be like
That's
a
true.
2-hour movie-ish, like more or less, and that would be
So
plenty.
that's like a full arc for an anime.
get out
and
an
that's 6 episodes.
Mhm.
So, I just think the story, is based on Tanjiro trying to save his sister, right? And I don't want it to do the One Piece thing, where it has this very clear goal, but then it just takes 10,000 episodes to get there. I think this goal should be, because I mean every time he fights a demon he gets closer to it, and it just wouldn't make sense. We're like, oh, you fought 200 demons, you've killed the 12 what are they called here? The
Kizuki, something like that.
The
Kizukis.
Kizukis. You've killed the Kizukis, and now the only one left is this guy. But you've got to fight all these other demons that come out of nowhere, and it's like, okay, he's got a clear goal, and it's very easy to get to that goal. It's not easy, but it's easy for the show to get there. I mean, they could
Right.
honestly do, like, Tanjiro fights one demon every 4 episodes, and then they're done in 50 episodes, perhaps.
Right.
So, and they're already moving along pretty quick to get to that point. Tanjiro's power level increased by a lot between episode like 18 and 26. So
That's true. It
But
shouldn't
not
take
in
him
a-
that long.
yeah, it's not even in a, because there was a 3-month time skip again from episode 24 and 26, right? While they're in the butterfly house.
The
Right.
cocoon. I don't
The
know.
cocoon, yeah. Because they've got to wait a long time for Zenitsu to be healed up, and he's got to wait till his jaw is healed. But during that time, he's training and becoming more
Right.
powerful and learning.
It's
to be
basically
total
the home.
concentration.
It's the home domain of the insect pillar. I can't remember her name.
I've got him here. It's Shinobu Kocho.
Kocho.
That's
there we
her
go.
name. Kocho is her
I
name.
call it back Kocho.
Yeah, that's the butterfly house is I think what they call it. I don't remember
But,
exactly, but they stay there.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool training arc. Honestly, I think it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was funny.
I
A
like
funny
it.
one.
And I definitely like the characters that Tanjiro has with him. Inosuke and
Zenitsu.
Zenitsu. Like, at first Zenitsu was a pain in the neck to listen to. But most characters that, are scared and whine and cry a lot tend to be very annoying in animes or movies or anything, And Inosuke is very loud.
That guy.
He's very loud. At first, I
You
did not
could
like
be-
Inosuke because he just seems so brash. But at first, you realize like, oh, that's just him because he was raised that way. But he's actually pretty funny.
You, Eric, you are him when you play video games.
You are a Nosuke. That guy is. I love that guy so much.
Maybe that's why I like him so much.
Yeah,
Actually.
he's just so hilarious. And then he's got the woman face. He wears the forehead because his face is a woman face. He
Yeah.
takes it off and then he's like,
He's like,
"Why is
pretty.
your face a girl face?" Why
He's
are
a
you
pretty
so
boy.
pretty?
He's a pretty boy.
He's very pretty, and
One of those Haku moments where you're like, oh my gosh, oh no, no, no,
it's
no, no.
not even that. He's not even a trap because he doesn't wear a shirt. Like you would never mistake this guy for a woman. And he takes his mask off.
The guy's buff.
He is. Yeah,
he's pretty
ripped.
Not to mention that, like, he serrades his swords specifically just because he likes. That's just how he likes his swords.
Yosh.
That would. Okay, if you actually did that to a sword, you'd completely ruin it. There'd be no reason. You couldn't cut anything with it. It'd get stuck on everything.
Not with a rock either. Like, a rock is not going to
Oh, I
shape
know.
it that way.
And he's
Like, he didn't care. And his sword, and his the man who made his sword, he just got pissed. He was
Oh, I
just
know.
like, "What are you doing?"
I love it when he's fighting that demon and he goes to cut his arm and he's running away from him. He's like, I'm running away. I gotta wait for Tanjiro. Wait, I don't gotta wait for him. Wait, why am I thinking? Why am I using my brain like Tanjiro? And I'm not Tanjiro. I have muscles. And he runs back and the demon gets scared.
He even stops. He's like,
and then Inosuke jumps on him, hits him with his sword, and he's like, I can't cut through. How do I cut through? I know, more swords! And he smacks his sword with his sword, just keeps hitting it till it chops it off.
that's the brain of this warrior, but it works.
That's the epitome of Inosuke's character is, if this is gonna work, maybe I should add more swords. Maybe I should punch it harder.
It's great. I love him.
Oh, I know. He's funny.
And then in Zenitsu just had a big payoff too, as a character.
Yeah, he's... I hate every on-screen moment Zenitsu has, but I still like his character. Not every on-screen moment, but when he's normal, I hate him. But
He's got different levels about him. He's
Yeah.
a crybaby, but then he also is a woman chaser, a lady chaser, whatever. And then also when he's got like that Naruto Toby effect,
he's got
where
drunken
he gets
fists.
serious. Like he's pretty
Really
OP.
powerful. Yeah.
Like,
I
he's
really
so
like
powerful that
yeah.
I would almost match him against, like, he could be possibly more powerful than Tanjiro when he's asleep.
his
Like,
strike,
he's just so strong. He
Yeah,
only
I
has
think-
one breathing art, but still.
I think his move is probably more powerful than anything Tanjiro can do, but Tanjiro's better fighting,
Skill-wise.
better demons. Yeah.
Right.
But freaking, when he first does it, it's really cool. It's really good payoff because, like, at first you're like, how did this guy become a demon slayer? He's just a whiny baby.
How
He's
did
so
he live
annoying.
a week?
Yeah, how did he live on that mountain? Because the
He
demon
ran
slayer
away
test,
from everything.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. But he survived. That all he had to do was survive. He didn't have to kill anything.
There you go.
I mean, he might have killed something. He doesn't know. He doesn't remember. But he thinks he's powerless and can't do anything. And then when they go to the forest of the spiders, the spider forest, that's when he realizes that he can do stuff. And then his character changes a lot from there, because he grows a lot. He still is kind of a whiny woman chaser baby. He's still scared, but he's more willing to overcome that fear because he realizes I've got some cool moves. I've got one cool move that I can do.
Right. It's really strong.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Rock Lee type thing where I just have taijutsu, but I'm really good at it. you know? So it works.
It makes sense too. The way they explain it is really good. I think they do a good job of it, where he trained so much it's kind of burned into his subconscious because of how much he trained this one move, and he's perfected this one move, and so he subconsciously does it when he's in danger.
I'm kind of
Which
curious
makes
though.
sense in the content of the world. Yeah.
I'm curious about what his story from here on is going to be, though, because I know Inosuke and Zenitsu are just, they're tagging along with Tanjiro to help his goal, right? But I wonder if they have, like, personal goals. Like, Inosuke clearly just wants strong opponents. Like, that's just what he wants. He wants to be stronger. He wants to beat people, and that's his goal. So going with Tanjiro, it kind of makes sense. He Tanjiro's stronger than him, so he wants to be stronger than Tanjiro. And then also they come across strong demons. So he's like, yeah, I'll tag along, of course. Whereas Zenitsu, he might be tagging along with him because he's scared or whatever. But I feel like it's more than that. Like, I wonder what Zenitsu's, like, future actually holds. Like,
Yeah,
does he
it's
have a
interesting.
goal, you know?
Well, his goal right now is to pay off his life debt to his grandfather, Gramps. It's his
Right.
actual grandfather, or is he like adopted grandson?
I think
couldn't-
it's his actual grandfather.
Okay, I couldn't really.
He was a
tell.
Hashira, too. He
Yeah,
also
he was.
mentioned he was a
He was
Hashira.
he was a thunder pillar or lightning pillar. Those are probably two different things. Yeah, thunder pillar.
I wonder which one's the Thunder Pillar now.
There isn't one.
Oh, okay.
There's a water, love, serpent, wind, stone, flame, sound, mist, and insect pillar. That's it. So, yeah,
Well,
that's his goal right now
curious
is
how
to
that'll be.
to pay off that debt. But I wonder at what point does he consider it paid, if ever. And
right.
so I think he needs more motivation beyond that at some point, and whether that be his love interest in Nezuko, which is very shallow. I think it needs to be more than that too.
Right.
And if his motivation is just to support and help Tanjiro, that's fine.
I think
that
that's
goes
plenty as well.
Yeah, that's plenty as well because he's not a main character. And main side characters don't need as much motivation as main characters do. He doesn't need to have the same,
Yeah.
you know, he can have the same goal as Tanjiro, and then Tanjiro is his thing is
You know, kill
whatever.
Kibutsushi.
yeah, whatever his thing is, and that can give Zenitsu more character by virtue of Tanjiro's goals. So, which makes sense for a side character, but he does need more than paying off a life debt. I think that does need to be increased, and I think it will, and I think it has been a bit, but we'll see where it goes. I'm interested in. I like him as a character. I hate what he does most of the time, but as a
He
character,
did protect Nezuko
he did.
from Inosuke.
I had
Yeah.
a lot of respect for him
Yeah,
at that moment.
yeah.
I was
That's-
like,
He
wow.
was getting beat up, like,
Inosuke beat the crap out of him.
So
and he
does,
didn't even know what was in the box. He just knew that it was precious to Tanjiro.
He knew it was a demon. He also knew it was a demon in the box.
Right.
Which
he heard it
Again.
because he
Yeah,
has
he could-
good hearing. That's
yes.
right.
So,
So he has good hearing. You know, Tanjiro has good smell, and then Inosuke has good senses. Like
feeling,
feeling.
touch. His touch is
That's why
heightened.
he's shirtless. No,
That's
no.
why he's shirtless. Well, I mean, it could be because
Who
a lot
knows?
of the demon slayers have heightened senses, and I guess there's probably 5 of them. So someone probably has heightened taste,
Ooh.
and that might
Serpent?
be that might
I don't know.
be the insect pillar, Shinobu Kochi, because she's really good at making solvents and stuff. So she might have heightened taste. I don't know. We've never heard
Right.
of that, but
And then what's heightened sight? That would be the 5th one.
Kanoe Surui has heightened
Mm.
sight, apparently. I'm looking at this wiki. I don't know if it's said that in the show. Maybe that's a manga
Maybe
thing.
it's from the manga,
Spoilers.
For us.
that's the danger of looking at a wiki is you never know what's manga and what's not. So
Right. But I think that Zenitsu definitely gets respect points for saving Nezuko.
oh yeah,
Definitely.
he has his character is very. It's got a lot of sides to it, and I like that. He's a deep character in that way because he's got a lot of issues, but when it comes down to it, he's willing to overcome them, which is great. He has a lot of growth to get done,
Right.
and he's gonna have a really good arc, I think, through the rest of the season, unless they just had to kill him.
Oof.
I don't think that'll happen. It's not that kind of show. Well, I mean, no, it's not really. They don't really kill their main characters.
I think they have gone close, but they don't. I don't.
Yeah,
think
they
so.
haven't killed
They definitely put
anybody
them in
important.
very bad situations, like the Nezuko versus what was his name,
Rui? Yeah,
Like
that's a good
like
fight.
that fight, like you see Nezuko trapped in everything, and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is really, really bad. Her arm almost fell off, and
Yeah.
you're like, jeez, this is bad.
The sword
Love-
broke.
The sword,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
Like,
That was
everything
probably
was
the-
going against Tanjiro. Like, how is he going to get out of this?
Exactly. I love it when I ask that question. I'm like, how is he going to get out of this? And you have no idea the answer. And I love it when the payoff to that question isn't just a bunch of bull crap. Or isn't just a bunch of just garbage. The way that they solved that problem was really cool. And I really
Right.
that's why I love these fights, because pretty much every single one is Tanjiro gets into the situation like, well, I don't know how he's going to do this. And the way he does it is very clever. And it's not just something that just pulled out of his butt, or like some Deus Ex Machina that just comes out of nowhere. So
Right.
it's all planned out and set up, and it's really cool. Like,
It's,
how does
yeah.
how does he do it?
So,
Well,
so
well,
go ahead.
he well, I'm not gonna explain how he does it, but he does defeat the guy. But and then it's like his final move. He like looks in. He like this is when Dad comes in. Or like, oh, Dad, you
Yeah.
got the cigarettes. And then
Grab
and
the
then he's
cigarettes
like,
and let's
okay, you
go.
got the inspiration, and you unleashed a fire technique, which you've seen him only do water for the whole time.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh yeah, he defeated it, and it's like this epic moment. Cuts to the credits, and then next episode, a little flashback of that one moment. You're like, wow, this is so good. And then the demon lived, and you're like, oh crap, he's exhausted. He can't stand up. He can't. His
How did he live?
freaking blade is still broken. He just did his ultimate move that he didn't even know he had, and you're like, oh crap, this demon is still alive. So it's like,
That's
and then you ask again,
Kizuki are so
now how is
strong.
he going to get out of
Yeah.
this moment?
what I love about that moment is when we see Tanjiro defeat the demon, before we realize he actually hasn't done it, we're like, man, Tanjiro is invincible. He can do anything that he can believe in. Like, he just believed in himself. He's so strong. And then we realize Tanjiro is kind of weak. Because he gets saved by the guy. The water Hashira comes and saves him. They had been sent in several other episodes, so we expect them to show up at some point, and he shows up at this point, and he just kills the demon without even a thought. Just as
one
simple
attack,
as breathing,
boom.
just kills him. Yeah,
Yeah, the blood art comes at him. He literally just stands there, 11th form.
Yeah.
Nothing hits him, and then Rui's just like, "What the freak?" All right,
And
well,
just kills-
I'm gonna
yeah.
try again, and then done.
yep.
Just
So
walks past him and dead.
So we realize how weak Tanjiro is compared to some of the stronger characters in the show, like the Demon Slayers that are higher above him, and you just realize he has a long way to go. And that was really great how they did that, though,
Right.
because
Yeah, it was a win for Tanjiro, but it also
Yeah.
kind of showed you like where he lines up against other demon slayers.
yeah.
Also, real quick, if I can mention, since we're on that little scene or whatever, Nezuko used a demon blood
Yeah,
art,
exploding
and
blood.
it was exploding blood.
That
Also,
was
she
so cool.
talked.
She did.
Well,
she
I
talked
don't know if she
twice.
spoke out loud,
No.
but it very well could have been just in her head. But she did speak out loud to Tanjiro.
I think she has some sort of
later,
telekinetic
so-
connection to Tanjiro to talk into his mind, because she does it again on the last episode.
Right.
She
So-
speaks to him.
I thought that
So-
was a really cool moment.
Yes.
Also, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's a blood demon
That-
art. She has something."
I
and
knew
I was
she-
like, "That's sick."
I knew they were gonna pull out some sort of blood art for her at some point.
Mhm.
That was kind of obvious when they started explaining blood arts. I'm like, oh, I wonder what Nezuko's is, because from the very beginning we know Nezuko's a different kind of demon. She's different from the rest, so she must have some sort of power, right? And they give it to her, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. The way it happens is because her blood art is exploding blood, and so all the blood.
Explosion.
Yeah, all the blood, as Rui has her tied up and everything, all the blood's falling all over that guy's spider webs and stuff, and then she just blows it all up. It's
Right.
so good.
Perfect.
Huge payoff.
Big dividends.
Big dividends. Stonks. That guy. Good thing he kept her around. That's for sure. Right?
You know,
So-
did you guys feel for those demons that were in his family?
Yeah.
Like that the girl, the sister, and I was kind of like feeling with her, like vibing with her, and then you find out she kind of betrayed someone. You're like, oh, maybe you kind of do deserve to die. But then you're like flipping back and forth. You're like, do you not? You're just trying to save yourself. You never asked to be a demon.
Yeah.
But
It
or,
almost
or
feels
any
like
of
that
this,
with
but
all the
yeah.
demons, you know? Like it's
They're-
and I think the show does it a lot where you just feel bad for the enemy, you know? And you're just like, "Oh my gosh, now I feel bad." you know?
Like the mother in that group, like Tanjiro was gonna kill her, and then she knew she was gonna die, and she was happy, and then Tanjiro picked up on that, so then he changed his attack to something a bit more like merciful,
Yeah. That wouldn't. So
so she wouldn't
pain.
feel pain.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like, And then you
And
like
she's-
feel for her. You're like, oh,
She was
maybe
getting beaten by
demons
bloody
aren't so
pulp.
bad.
Yeah, she was literally getting beaten up by the dad of the family over and over, and
Yeah.
you're just like, oh my gosh, like I would want to die too. This is ridiculous. I'm out. I'm heading out.
Yeah, the character development on the demons, the villains themselves are cool. Just gives you a really good look into their lives and makes you understand the compassion and the empathy that Tanjiro has toward them as well. I think that's what they're trying to do. It makes you connect with Tanjiro more, because I really liked the fight in the house when he's fighting the drum guy.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That one's
Very
really
unique.
cool. And Tanjiro gets an opening because he's empathetic, where the guy hesitates from either delivering the fireball or letting Tanjiro get close. When Tanjiro respects his writing, and by jumping around, not touching the papers as he's jumping around and dodging the strikes. And that's when the demon's like, oh, what? And then Tanjiro gets in and kills him.
Right.
But because the reason that guy turned into a demon was because this guy that he obviously respected had crushed his writing and was like, you're a terrible writer, you suck, and then stepped on it and just disrespected him. So when Tanjiro respected the papers and his writing, it made the demon taken aback. And it was like, wait a second, people do care about me, and people see me, and through
It's
that. And I
noticed.
thought that was a really cool moment. Just,
That was a
you
really
feel
cool
for the
demon,
demon.
too.
yeah, he was a cool guy. And you
He
feel
was
for the demon.
I think he was an ex Kizuki too.
He
an
was.
old one.
He was an ex-Kizuki.
He was like the
He got-
lowest one, and then he was just removed.
He got
the
kicked
seat.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he
Without
wasn't
getting
strong
killed.
enough, he wasn't able to drink enough. Yeah, lucky for him. He got the lucky end of the stick. But I noticed, like, I rewatched the last episode, and I realized remember when Muzan meets with all the Kizuki, well, at least the lower ones. There was that one demon that was stringing like a guitar.
Yeah.
Not a guitar.
I don't know what it
Some
was.
sort of Japanese string instrument.
Yeah, the string instrument. I want to say that's one of the higher
Harp.
Kizuki. I
Oh,
want
no
to
doubt.
say that's a higher one because every time she just strung something, or he, whatever one, the whole place shifted, and it almost made me think of the drum demon.
Yeah,
Just
it was very
because
similar to that.
it's like a stronger version of it, because he can literally move them where he wants
That
instead
whole
of just
scene
rotating.
made me think
or
of
shifting.
the little Millennium Puzzle.
yeah.
I
It's
agree.
this little
Yeah.
Yugi's little piece, and you got Pharaoh just chilling inside on these upside down staircases, and that's what I was thinking of.
It makes yeah, I can see why. I totally get
Yeah.
it.
I
But
don't even
yeah,
know how to describe that, but yeah.
It's, what is it? Like the upside down stairs, the Usher painting? That's what it reminds me of.
Usher painting?
Yeah, there's the guy, MC Escher.
Escher?
That's his-
I
I
thought
don't
you were
know.
talking about like
No, not
Usher,
the, not,
like
no,
Eric's Usher.
I think that's his name. Let me look it up here so I don't. I mean, I heard it look like an idiot, but let's see if I look like less of an idiot. Yeah, MC Escher. He's the one that does that. The stairs are on the ceiling and everywhere and spinning. That.
yeah, I
optical
remember
illusion
that art
stuff.
piece.
Yeah, yeah, that's him. That's MC Escher.
Cool art.
There's a Family Guy bit on it where he's walking up the stairs, walking down the stairs, and I'm walking up the sideways stairs. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Anyway,
Anyway,
So
so now
that's-
the series has basically left off on the Infinite Train arc, where Tanjiro and friends are supposed to help Rengoku, the flame
The fire
pillar,
guy.
yeah,
flame pillar in the Infinite Train. There's a demon there. They're supposed to take him out, and ironically, I'm pretty sure the train demon is the
It is.
Kizuki
He's-
one, the number one lower Kizuki.
yeah, that's
one
the one that
lower.
was after because Kimetsuji kills all the Kazuki except for one of the lower ranks and leaves
Mhm.
that guy alive, and he's the one that was the train demon.
Right.
So,
So
We
I
got
guess
that
that's where
coming.
we're gonna go in, and I'm excited for that because.
oh yeah, me too. I'm super excited for that. We'll catch up again when that movie comes out or when season 2 is finished or as season 2 is about to come out. We'll see what happens.
Right.
Who knows?
Yep, Discord.
What?
Is that it? Anything else to talk about with this show? We
I
went
think
over
we
a
just
lot of
ran
it.
out of stuff.
Yeah,
think we're
we
pretty
did.
caught up.
I mean, there's a few more things, but we can talk about it later here.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's it for today. We're basically out of time anyways. So thanks for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. You know what to do. All right,
You know
we'll
what
catch you
time it
next time.
is.
It's time to watch
One
One
Piece.
Piece.